डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Hello students, I Dr. Shivang Patel, Associate Professor, School of Computer Science, Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, welcome you all from Chaitanya Studio of Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. In the lecture series of operating system, we have started shell programming. In the previous session, we have discussed various arithmetic operations and we have discussed how you can use asterisk. You have to put slash sign before asterisk if you want to perform multiplication operation. That script that we have seen in the previous session. We have discussed read command to take input from the user. Now in today's session, we are continuing with the same shell script but with some different concept that is called command line argument. Now what is command line argument? So till that you have seen, suppose you want to take any input from the user, you are requiring to create a variable, and whenever you are entering something or user will enter some value, it will store in that particular variable. Now suppose you don't want to create any variable, in that case this can be possible with the help of command line argument. So it is slightly different to execute such kind of shell script. So in normal shell script, you are creating a variable and use read command. In command line argument, you are not requiring to use read command. Whenever you are executing that script, you have to pass that particular value, right? So there are different positional parameters for command line argument. You can see in the presentation that different positional parameters are there. $1, $2, $3 up to $9. So these are the positional parameters. So say for example, whenever you are executing the script, whatever the arguments you are passing, whatever the values you are passing at the command line. Why it is called command line? Because whenever you are executing your script, you have to pass the values, you have to pass the input at the same time. That's why it is considered as command line argument. So these are the positional parameter $1 to $9. So whatever the value you are passing, that can be stored in those variables. If you are using $0, then it will represent the file name, right? So if you want to print the file name, you can use $0. Now suppose you want to find out total number of arguments that user entered. In that case, you are using dollar and hash sign that will represent the total number of arguments. Now suppose you want to print whatever argument that user passed, right? So all the argument that you can print with the help of $asterisk. So these are different symbols that you can use as a positional parameter to execute the shell script of command line argument. Now the same symbols we are going to use in the shell script, so you can get more idea how command line argument that can be used. So we are just creating with the help of VI editor. The name we are using, say for example CMD line, so you can get more idea. .sh we are using bash shell. Now you can type something, so you have to move into the insert mode. So I can use I. So whenever I am using I, now the mode will be changed insert mode. Here I can use one command, comment, so it cannot be executed by the kernel. So as you already aware, in the previous session we have already discussed, if you want to put any comment, in that case you can use hash sign. So here you can write this script represent or command line arguments, or you can say that the positional parameter. As we have discussed in the presentation, positional parameters that are $1 to $9. You can also use another symbols $0, $asterisk, $hash, $@. They are having some different meaning. So now I am using echo. Then after I can use here file name, say for example file name equal to. So how you can represent the file name with the help of $and 0. So $0, that is the positional parameter that will give you the file name. Then after, suppose I would like to print 3 values that I am passing in command line. So I can use echo first argument, that is equal to $1. Then after echo second argument equal to $2. Then after echo third argument equal to $3. Now remember one thing here. If you want to use $4, 5 and 6 up to 9, you can use for positional parameters. Now suppose I would like to print total number of arguments. So you can write here total arguments equal to $hash. That represent total number of argument that I am passing. Here in our case we are passing 3 arguments, so the output is 3 here. Now which argument I am passing? So arguments are, you want to represent or you want to print all the arguments. In that case you can use asterisk sign. Now I would like to save this code. So use escape colon and WQ. You can observe at the bottom of the line. So now this script will be saved, right? Now to execute this script, you can use sh, whatever the file name, command line .sh. Now remember one thing, in all previous shell script, we are just using this sh and then after file name .sh. But here we are creating command line argument. So in that case, you have to pass the values here. So say for example, I am passing here 3 values because I have created 3 positional parameters. So 1, 2 and 3 I am passing here at the same time, whatever the command I am using for execution of that particular script. Whenever I am pressing enter key, you can see here file name, that is cmdline.sh. As we have already discussed, if you want to print the file name, you are using $0. So that is cmdline.sh. Then first argument that can be working as a first positional parameter, that is $1. So here 1, then after $2 that represent the 2, $3 that represent the 3. These are the 3 arguments we have passed. Now total number of arguments you want to print. In that case you are using $hash sign. So you can observe here the output, total arguments are 3. You want to print all those arguments that you have passed at the execution time. So you can see here arguments are 1, 2 and 3, that is $asterisk, right? So this way you can use the positional parameter or command line argument, right? Now we can use one more program. Say for example program 2.sh. Now we are going to perform addition or subtraction operation with the help of command line argument, right? So first of all I am moving to the insert mode. Then after I am writing here echo perform arithmetic operation using command line. So whatever the values that we are passing, that we are not stored in any variable, we are passing whenever we are executing this code. So it can be stored in positional parameter $1 and $2 because we are doing the operation on 2 numbers, right? So then after, how these values that you can fetch. So you can fetch these values, say for example sum equal to the same statement we have to use here, expr, that is used for expression. In previous script we are using here variable name. If you want to fetch the value of variable name, you are using $sign. Same way here you can use $, and then after your positional parameters, your positional parameter is 1, right? Then after plus sign, then after $2, that means here 2 arguments that can be used here and the addition that can be stored in sum. Same way you want to perform subtraction operation, you can use the same statement $1 minus $2. Then after you want to print the output. So I am using here sum equal to $sum, and second I would like to print subtraction, that is equal to $subtraction, right? Now I would like to save the script, so :WQ. Now you can run the code by using sh proc2.sh. Now remember one thing, you have to pass here two values. Say for example I am passing 10 and 5, two values are here. So you can observe here $1 is considering as 10, $2 is considering as 5. So two values $1 and $2 positional parameters that can be used here, and with the help of this we are performing addition and subtraction operation. So in this shell script we have discussed we are not using the read command, right? But with the help of command line argument we are using positional parameters, and the same operation we can perform. So these are the command line argument that we have discussed. Now in today's session we have discussed how to use command line arguments, the positional parameters $0 to $9 and $*, all having some different meaning. They can represent some different values. In next subsequent shell script we are continuing with some more advanced command, decision making statements, some looping statements. Till then, keep practicing. Happy learning. Thank you.